Thank you, ARMY, for always being here, for your endless love, your patience, and your energy that never fades. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a single heartbeat, a single whisper, or a single strum of Jimin's guitar that might just change everything. Last night, the quiet corner of Weaver suddenly lit up, not with an announcement, not with a teaser, but with something far more intimate. Jimin appeared. No dramatic lighting, no set, no team, just him, his voice, and unexpectedly, a guitar resting gently in his hands. What was supposed to be a casual greeting to ARMY quickly turned into a night that nobody could have predicted. Because as soon as Jimin's fingers brushed over the strings, and the first gentle notes of Who began to echo, the entire fandom held its breath. Why that song? Why now? For a few seconds, Jimin just smiled, that small, shy smile that hides 1,000 emotions. He looked straight into the camera, his hair softly falling over his eyes, and whispered, "I missed you all." And then, without warning, his voice blended with the sound of the guitar, raw and unfiltered. The live wasn't planned. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't part of any schedule that fans knew. So what made Jimin pick up the guitar on that specific night? Was it nostalgia? A hidden message? Or maybe, just maybe, a promise wrapped in melody? As the song unfolded, something felt different. Jimin wasn't just covering Who, he was living it. Each word seemed to resonate deeper, as if he was telling a story only ARMY would understand. His voice trembled slightly at the chorus, and at that moment, countless fans began flooding the comments section with hearts, crying emojis, and questions that burned through the screen. Why does it feel like he's singing straight from his soul? Is there someone he's thinking about? Jimin, are you okay? Even the pauses between chords felt intentional, like the silences weren't empty. They were filled with thoughts he couldn't say out loud. And then, as the last note faded, Jimin looked up and chuckled softly. "It's been a while since I played this," he said. His tone was gentle, but his eyes, oh, those eyes, looked like they were holding back something deeper. Could it be that this song carried memories from his trainee days? Or maybe something more recent, a private moment, a reflection, a confession he could only express through music? Throughout the live, Jimin kept reading comments, laughing at a few, blushing at others, but every time someone mentioned, "We miss you," his expression softened in a way that words can't describe. It wasn't the look of an idol performing for fans. It was something far more human, a man reconnecting with his people after a long stretch of silence. At one point, ARMY noticed a small piece of paper near the edge of his guitar. Was it a lyric sheet? Or maybe handwritten notes? One fan screenshot even claimed to see the words "to you," always scribbled faintly in ink. Could this be another hidden message to ARMY? The live lasted only 23 minutes, but for fans, it felt like time had melted. When Jimin waved goodbye, whispering goodnight, "My loves," thousands of comments poured in within seconds, hearts, tears, and endless gratitude. But more than that, it left a mystery. Why Who? Why that specific melody? And why now, after weeks of quiet? Could this be a teaser for something new? Maybe a solo track, inspired by that very performance? Or was Jimin simply reminding ARMY that his voice, even when stripped down and raw, still carries the same warmth that healed millions? Whatever the reason, that night felt sacred. There was no backup track, no heavy editing, no stage lights, just Jimin, a guitar, and an ocean of emotions reaching through a screen. Some fans noticed something subtle, the way his thumb lingered over the final chord, the way his voice dipped into a whisper at the last. Who? It wasn't just performance, it was feeling. Could he have been channeling something he couldn't say directly? Maybe this was his way of saying thank you, or maybe, of saying I'm still here. After the live ended, social media exploded. The hashtags #JimInLive, #Who4ARMY, and #GuitarJimin trended worldwide within minutes. Fan theories began to spread. Some believed it was a hint for his next project. Others thought it was a message to someone special. But one thing was certain, the moment was real. Because when Jimin sings, he doesn't just perform, he communicates. Through melody, through silence, through that faint smile that hides a universe of meaning. And that night, Who became more than just a song. It became a bridge between Jimin and ARMY, between the present and the past, between what's said and what's only felt. Even hours after the live ended, fans kept replaying the clip, analyzing every expression, every word, every chord progression. Did you notice the slight change in lyrics during the second verse? Was it intentional? Was it a secret message only longtime fans would catch? These little mysteries are what make Jimin's moments so unforgettable. Every gesture feels like a clue in a story that's still unfolding. By the time the sun rose, Jimin's voice still lingered in everyone's minds. Some said they couldn't sleep. Others said they felt healed. Many simply said, it felt like coming home. And perhaps that's exactly what it was. Because maybe, after everything, the travels, the distance, the silence, Jimin just wanted to remind ARMY that music is still the language that binds them together. When asked once what music meant to him, Jimin said, "It's my way of saying things I can't say otherwise." Last night, those unsaid words came alive through guitar strings and trembling notes that carried more honesty than any interview ever could. So the question remains, was last night a goodbye, a hello, or the beginning of something new? No one knows yet. But one thing's for sure, the next time Jimin picks up that guitar, the world will stop again, waiting, wondering, feeling, because that's what he does best. He makes us feel. And as the quiet night faded into early dawn, something lingered in the air, something beyond melody, beyond performance. It was the echo of Jimin's voice that refused to leave the hearts of ARMY, who stayed awake, replaying the live again and again. The sound of his fingers sliding gently across guitar strings felt like a heartbeat, raw, fragile, and alive. Some fans began to notice tiny details that could easily be missed in the first watch. The dim light behind him flickered softly, illuminating his face just enough to reveal the faintest smile at certain lyrics. Was that moment planned, or was it pure emotion slipping through the cracks of his calm facade? Many ARMYs pointed out how Jimin seemed lost in thought during one brief pause after the chorus. He looked down at the guitar, as if remembering something or someone. Could who have a deeper meaning for him personally? The song itself speaks about searching, longing, and identity, words that seem to mirror Jimin's own quiet introspection. The comments section turned into a flood of emotions. It feels like he's talking directly to us through the song. Every chord sounds like he's telling a secret. Jimin, you don't know how much we needed this tonight. But the question remains, did he know we needed it? Or was it him who needed to play it most of all? For months, ARMY had missed seeing him in such a natural, vulnerable state. The Jimin from this live wasn't the global icon on magazine covers or the perfectionist artist on stage. He was just Jimin, the boy who once sang in a small practice room, dreaming of sharing his feelings with the world. And last night, that dream quietly came alive again. As the final verse of Who played, his tone grew softer, almost like a whisper against silence. It was as though he wasn't singing to millions, just to one listener who truly understood. Then came a moment that made the fandom's heart stop. He looked straight at the camera and mouthed, "Thank you." No music, no words after that. Just the sound of a soft sigh, a strum, and silence. Perhaps that's what made it unforgettable. The simplicity, the sincerity, the unspoken connection between artist and listener. Later, clips of the live spread across social media like wildfire. Edits appeared within hours, with captions such as Jimin's Healing Night, a serenade for ARMY, and the night Jimin spoke through music. Fans from every corner of the world shared how that short performance lifted their spirits, reminding them of warmth and hope. Even Korean news outlets mentioned how spontaneous and heartfelt the live felt. No production, no plan, just presence. Some music critics even described it as Jimin's purest performance in years, noting how the acoustic sound revealed the emotional texture of his voice that often gets hidden behind studio polish. But amid all the beauty, the mystery only deepened, because as Jimin signed off, he ended with a single phrase that set hearts racing.